Welcome, I almost said kid missing. Welcome to Punky's World. This is the story of Patience Burgess Wilson. Now, I've already read to you the basic report. Now, what I'm going to do is I went ahead and I continued, and I'll call this part 2, okay? First of all, her discrepancies. Her birth year is listed all over the map. Before I do this, after you write the subject report and you go through all of your records for that person and you include those in that report, then you do a report of discrepancies, then you make a research plan. So, the discrepancies for Patience are as follows. Her birth year is listed all over the map. Anywhere from 1868 to 1874. Literally. 68, 70, 71, 72, 73, or 74. Only one I didn't see was 69. Her immigration year, now her birthplace is stated to be Portadown or Tartaighan, County Armagh, Northern Ireland. They're in the same geographical boat, so we won't quibble over that too much. Her immigration year, however, changes. 1879, 1884, 1887, or 1889. Changes as much as her birth year does. Now, it's important to add the spouse into this, so as was explained to me and all of us in the Genealogy Fanatics video, which again, I will link their channel. Thomas, her husband, came to Massachusetts in the United States with his parents and some of his siblings aboard the Trinacria in 1873 as a young boy. They later moved from Enfield, Massachusetts to East Windsor, Broadbrook, Connecticut. His parents were James Wilson and Jane Kennedy. When she was in Broadbrook, her marriage record says she already lived there at the time of her marriage in 1895. Her death record says she lived there 50 years. Again, I wonder if that was saying she lived in that particular house 50 years, if that's what the kids were saying. Some people have William Burgess and Maria or Mariah A. West as their parents. However, I do not find her in census records with them in the United Kingdom. They came to the U.S. and eventually died in Enfield, Connecticut. I have a floating tree for them in case there is a connection. And I learned to do that on Genealogy TV, I believe. Also a YouTube channel I'll link. Shoot, what is the other lady's name? It's a tree that kind of floats out in space in your tree because it's not connected to a person. But you have the information there, so you can search your tree and find the information and connect it back to the person if you find out that it needs to be connected back to the person. Now, her name spellings, Patience, Patty, Patrons, which I didn't spell right, but and her surname spellings, Burgess with 1 S, Burgess with 2 S's, and I should have written in Burgess with an I, but I didn't think of it. We also have her listed as Patience Brennan on her son's death record. Note, he was raised by James Wilson, brother of Thomas, and his wife, Margaret Brennan. It appears at some point he learned the real identities of his parents, but for some unknown reason, thought Patience's maiden name was Brennan. Did he think, or was he told, Margaret was Patience's sister? We have often wondered why they would turn over their firstborn son to be raised by someone else. I also have an 1871 English census that it matches patients' dates. And it's a patient's Burgess at 10 months old, listed as a visitor to the family of Thomas and Mariah Goldsmith. I'm sorry, the family of Robert and Mariah Goldsmith, who had children Thomas 9, Harry 8, Charles 2 months, and then they had patients with them aged 10 months. Now, once you have all that, the next step is making a research plan. Again, part of the research plan is writing some of the discrepancies, which I did, and I also noted that census to try and see if I can what I'd like to do is try to find the church marriage. A lot of what's in the research plan mirrors the discrepancies, because obviously that's what you're researching. I stapled it all together and put it in here. Now my goal, and this is some brick wall busting information that's completely free from Family History Fanatics, which I will also try to link. The next thing we're going to do in the next video, because I don't want to make a 1,000-year-long video here, is we're going to make Lazarus DNA. This means I'm going to make my father's DNA out of what I have, which is my uncle, myself, and a couple of other people. I even have to put my mother in so they can subtract her out from me. So we can get my dad, basically. And once I have a good Lazarus DNA of my dad, which literally means DNA you created from the dead, well, from the living to make a dead person's DNA. Once I have that established, then I'm going to go back and make a Lazarus DNA for patients. But first, I want to make one for my dad. I want to see matches. I want to, you know what I mean? Then I will go ahead and make one for patients. So that's going to be the next video, is making that for my dad. I have the information that I need to do so right here. So hopefully we'll be able to make a good enough Lazarus DNA for him that I'm able to use that in conjunction with my uncle's and mine to hopefully get something for patients. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to help me actually figure out her name, hopefully, because I have no Burgess matches. So, no one by that name. So, that's the plan. Once I'm comfortable with my father's Lazarus DNA, we'll do one for patients. And I know this is something my mother would do. Hi, Mom. Let me see if I can find her. Hi, Mom. I love it when I'm watching my videos and I can see her in the background. Just something comforting about it, you know? But yeah, definitely check out those pages for brick wall busting. We've done all sorts of timelines. this is probably the best setup I've done as far as a really solid timeline for patients, and really solid research plan. So, is mine as put together, as complicated as theirs? No. No. But you can do it any way you want. As long as you have the information that you need. So, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me, that was gross. So we're starting this new year off with a completely different approach. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sign in and then sign up for tier 1. Huh. That's cool. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. I know. You just told me that. I want to join tier 1. Alright, I'm going to join tier 1 and I'll be back with you for the next video. I just need to find tier 1. Tier 1. There's a lot in tier 1. Yes, I want to join tier 1. Got it. Opted out of what? I didn't opted out of anything. Okay, upgrade. Okay, right over here. Join tier 1 with auto renewal because it's cheaper. Proceed to checkout. Alright, I'll go ahead and do this, and I will see you for the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we're going to keep busting this brick wall. I can't wait to make my father DNA. But I have to do this first. So let me do this financial transaction, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye, guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in a bit. Thank you for getting me over 100 subscribers.